Joan. I'm continuing in the Korean. It's the Book of the Cow or Haifa. Also, it's Surah 19, which is entitled Mary, but only verses 1 to 30, which really doesn't cover her. It discusses John the Baptist. I'm going to start with the main prayer. Allah, you are merciful and you forgive people and you are compassionate. You are unobtainably holy. You rule the universe and make a day of judgment. I worship you and seek help from you. Keep me on the straight path that of belief, not a person that goes astray or who causes your anger. And it's Bismillah Rahman Rahim Al-Badi. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wa Maliki Yawmiddin. Indina Sarada Mustaqim. Sarada Alathina An'amta Elohim Gary Al Maktubi. Sarada Elohim Wala Adalim. So this section is about John the Baptist, and his father was Zechariah, who was in his old age. His wife was Elizabeth, and she was barren, and spoke about how they wanted a child or an heir, and that they were told that they would have one. That ended up being John the Baptist. And his main message to the public was that of belief in God and the making of the Holy Spirit, to be baptized in that and become a new person. So, to make God known to people. I'm going to just look over my notes and make sure I'm getting what I need to. Verse 7 told that he would have John the Baptist for a son. In 8 to 9, it says I was told he would even, when his wife was barren. In verse 12, he's asked to be steadfast in faith. And in verse 27, it does start to talk about Mary. It says that Mary was told she did something terrible. And I was wondering how to make this section or writing interesting, because it's a well-known one. And I thought, well, maybe it's when we start talking about what bothers us in life, and that's why we become who we are. What I had difficulty with, and what's turned me into a religious person, is that I looked at my family and I really didn't believe that I resembled them. I wondered who my parents were, and on my memories there were a bunch of changing people. So I don't think you should ever have to worry about who your mom and dad are. I think that the truth should definitely be put on your birth certificate. The day that you're born in the hospital, they should take a picture of you and your mom with fingerprints. That was one of the issues. Then I'm bothered by flirtatious women in front of a spouse. Even if they smile, if my husband smiles at someone, not that I'm a mean person or I get angry, but it just hurts inside, and I go home and tell them. So that's what motivates me to be interested in the Holy Spirit. What else? Oh, I don't like that there are abortion clinics, that there's sex in public, that sometimes you can't trust people and things feel fake. What else? Looking on my paper. It said, oh, theft. I worried both about why would theft be something I didn't like when we're not supposed to really get into materialism, but I think it's just when you need it, like on a rainy day, I had an umbrella, I bought a lifetime one. The sun came out and I forgot, I left it on the door in the bathroom. I went back to get it and it was gone. So I think it's just when you need something and someone takes it from you. I've had just about everything I've ever worked for, including my kids, taken. So that's one thing that bothers me. Con artists. And then somebody told me one time I was going to get married. They said, "Why do you want to get married? All it is, it probably won't last, and then you have to pay for everything." And I guess I just believe in families and names, identity, a feeling of belonging to somebody. So that's what inspires me. And then I thought I'd talk for a minute about sometimes what causes people to not want religion is I've been hurt by religious people also. One time, I was poor, and the person put down information, put down my furnishings, made me feel they were inadequate, and kind of made me feel like I wasn't godly enough for them. It causes a crying mode. So it's really important to be careful to just inspire the best in people and to accept who they are when you meet them.